prominent visual artist Bambo Sibiya recently unveiled his solo exhibition, After Precarity. It's a powerful and thought-provoking exploration of life in a post-colonial, post-apartheid South Africa. While these diverse artistic mediums, Sibiya presents a multifaceted perspective on the human condition in this context, where his paintings, often featuring vibrant hues, bold strokes, capture the energy and the resilience of the people, while his sculptures and installations delve into the deeper social and political complexities. He joins us now in studio to tell us a little bit more about his latest offering. Good morning, and thank you, Bambo, for your time here on the SABC at this hour.
Oh, good morning. Thanks for having me.
You are speaking to an array of themes through this latest offering, your solo exhibition. Firstly, congratulations on achieving that feat. If we look at the conversations that are going to be evoked for that, given where South Africa finds itself in, how timeless this has all been for you, how do you take all of that in, just sitting here at this moment?
Well, it's a lot, but you know what, as artists, you know, we absorb, you know, just like a sponge, and also like you release, you know, when you absorb, you take it all in, you know, and you just spread it out, like, you know, like slowly. But for me, it's just been, you know, it's a lot of material to talk about, you know, as a visual artist. So it just gives you room to express yourself. It could be good or bad. We don't know where we're heading, but it's just it gives you, you know, like a place to express yourself.
We'll get into what the precarity or the uncertainty of it all also means as the conversation continues. But I also wanted to look at how you incorporate found objects and materials, how that enhances the story that you're trying to tell, and also the conversation you're evoking through that.
Basically, I use patterns, you know, with my work to enhance, obviously, like the story. But I mean, as South Africans, or rather Africans, patterns are not new. You know, we live around patterns. We surrounded by patterns. So in every visual piece that I create, patterns play a very, very important role, from, you know, like designing the headpieces to the garments and to the actual paintings and the wallpaper behind them. It's a lot of patterns. So, you know, they kind of like a mind map, you know, in my work. So yeah. Because
the color and the strokes as well form part of the emotion of the installations as well. I mean, what is captured in that? Or is it up to us to project onto this neutral piece and have that conversation internally with ourselves? What do you want to evoke on that front?
Obviously, I mean, I do, there's a specific, you know, like message that I'm trying to put across. But obviously, the viewer, as the viewer, you're more than welcome. I mean, the idea is for you to have a conversation with the actual, you know, piece, and you can come up with your story, you know, or if my message came across, obviously, you know, you get to walk away with it. Sure. But, you know, we can read, you know, the paintings in all different ways. So there's no specific, you know, working method for that.
Because we were actually just offline before the conversation started. I'm speaking about the role of art in society, particularly in South Africa, or the world over, in fact.
Right.
The social, political, you know, influence that it has as well, given where we are. What are you trying to evoke through them in this post-apartheid contemporary South Africa? What are the hits? What are the misses?
Well, so with my collection, I mean, like with the current collection, I'm trying to, you know, for me, it's celebration of where we are, who we are. You know, obviously, there's so much that is happening, and we're uncertain, and you know, there's a lot of questions. We're sitting in a very questionable position at this point. But you know, for me, is to take the positive things that are currently happening, and those are the ones that we should focus on and celebrate them.
Talk to us about those positive achievements.
Well, I mean, I'm coming from my art, you know, from my collection, from how I view, you know, the world. I mean, with this collection, it was a celebration of women, you know, and using my mom as a center figure. So basically is celebrating women's power, women's strength, and, you know, I mean, how she does it, you know, where does she get the strength to probably, like, you know, raise a family, do, you know, whatever that she needs to do. But for it was just like a celebration of a women. But also like the angle that I took with this collection is being raised by a domestic worker, and I just felt like, you know what, I needed to glorify this woman. So I took her, you know, like a domestic worker's gown, like the actual garment that she wears at work. Yeah. And for me, it kind of like, you know, I felt it was degrading for her. It does not, you know, like emphasize the superhero that she is. So I redesigned that garment and made it in beautiful, kind of like transform it into a very beautiful piece, you know, and it's kind of like a superhero, you know, as a superhero you need to transform into your cape or whatever uniform. And so I just wanted to bring that image, because whenever she comes back home, you know, wearing a domestic gown, I felt like it has no place, you know, at home. I mean, obviously, where she works, it's acceptable, it's good, yeah. You know. But like, whenever she comes back home, if she has not changed to her normal clothes, that is not acceptable. You know, I don't like it. I don't want to see her, you know, wearing that. So I had to like transform it into something more beautiful, you know. So it was more like about glorifying, about elevating, celebrating the power, the strength, and yeah, the idea was transforming her into a superhero that I would like to see her. And
speaking about transforming and healing, how healing and transformative was this entire process for you?
Actually, you know, it is quite healing, you know, because obviously, whenever you're producing, you get into a zone, you get into a certain space where you also in connection with yourself. And having to talk about sensitive issues or rather stuff that affects you directly, you get to let out, you know, certain energy. So if it's anger, you know, it will come out on the actual canvas. So basically, it was, you know, it was me dealing with my own personal issues, or like issues that are affecting me directly, but also like releasing them at the same time. So it is a healing process. And
that allows your artistic journey to also take on different directions as well.
Right.
I wonder if we're looking at future themes, future projects that you are working on, that you can divulge a little bit more apart from the solo exhibition. I mean, what else can we expect from you? What else do you hope to evoke through your offerings?
Well, this is a two-piece exhibition, yes. So there is continuity into it. So the first part is just happened here in Joburg, the actual opening at Everett Red Circa.
Yeah.
But the second part of it is going to Cape Town, and also like with the actual paintings. I mean, like here in Joburg, I just presented the paintings, but when we go to Cape Town, I'm looking at, you know, like diversing more pieces, actually, like sculptures, ceramics, and it won't just be paintings only. So I'm looking at you know, getting into other techniques. Yeah, but like it's going to be like the second phase of after Precarity, because we did not have enough room to just explain it all in one space. So that's what on pipeline coming up.
What role, just very quickly, can art play in our healing as a nation?
Oh, wow. You know what, depending on how you look at it, honestly, you can look at a piece and it can evoke emotions. It can, you know, like probably like address a certain issue. But I mean, we can't be a society without art. You know, it's just like, it's like a human being without a soul. So we definitely need art, irrespective of its form. I mean, it could be music, it could be drama, but like we can't be a nation without art. We need it. It addresses issues. It heals the one looking at it. It educates, and also that's where people get to, you know, where they're able to talk about serious issues or even like touch politics without, you know, being actually being directly attacked or, you know, questioned about it. They can easily get away with murder, basically, yeah. You know, but it is a platform that allows everyone to just talk, you know, express themselves freely.
Bambo, thank you for your time here on the SABC and for
Thank
being
you.
part of these important, pertinent conversations
Thank you
during
very
these
much.
precarious times that we find ourselves in. But we'll leave that conversation there for now. Visual artist Bambo Sibiya talking to us about his current solo exhibition. It's obviously showcasing at Everard Reed's Circa Gallery.